Howdy y'all, I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are safe and I hope you guys are healthy. My name is Josh and I absolutely love clothing, personal style, and things of that nature. So if you're into that type of content, feel free to subscribe to me here on YouTube as well as follow me on Instagram at where's_galdo. As you can see, I threw up something new in the background here. This is actually, well, it was supposed to be a scarf. My brother taught me how to make it, but I made it far too wide and I thought it'd be kind of a cool decoration piece and to kind of fill in the blank space in the background. I'm working on finding more and more things to organize it into a more interesting background space, but that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is, I think, almost directly inspired by Oprah's favorite list of favorite things that she does yearly. So thanks, Oprah. But I wanted to basically break down things throughout the year that I've either picked up or worn a lot, and for whatever various reason, and explain to you why I love these things, which is kind of the nature of me making videos on YouTube, why I love certain pieces of clothing. And towards the end of the video, I wanted to go over kind of where my mentality is at in regard to dressing myself and maybe what direction you might be seeing my clothes go. I appreciate you guys kind of sticking with me throughout the year. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. If you're just stopping by and watching, I appreciate your time. I appreciate every single person watching, and I just want to say Happy New Year to all of you. Anyway, let's get right into the video. All right, so first thing, this may not really pertain to like the clothing aspect of my channel, but I do want to share it because it is a hobby that I've adopted. But I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen Sunny Angels, like tiny little naked baby figures gain in popularity this year alone, but also alongside that, these little dudes as well, Smeesky figures. I love these things, and I have spent quite a bit of money. This box has all of my Smeeskys, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, there's a lot of them. So I think the appeal for these is just like getting them all in various different positions and stuff and doing things. But one of the draws is that some of them, so they come out in a series. The series is about 6 figures. There is one secret figure in each of those, and they'll be kind of like interesting, weird little figures. And so, oh geez, I almost dropped that. But yeah, I love these little dudes. Definitely a little bit of a caveat from what I usually talk about, but Smeeskys are dope. So starting off small, favorite accessory, well, favorite watch. I've recently gotten into watches within the last handful of years, but this is my favorite one so far. This right here is the G-Shock G8000. They don't make these anymore, but they originally came out in 2005. Luckily, I was able to get one for like, I think $80 on eBay, and I was really excited when it came in. Looks really good. They definitely look different than a regular G-Shock, which I really liked. I mean, I think G-Shocks look pretty cool in general, but the more squared shape of this one, I think just speaks to me a little bit more. It is a little bit chunky of a watch. You can see how kind of like wide it is right there. So one of the things about G-Shocks that always gets me is that they're always really big on my wrist because I have pretty small wrists, but this one actually fits in pretty well and I quite enjoy it. Next one, I've only had this for a little bit of time, but honestly, they have very quickly become my absolute favorite pair of wide leg pants. It's going to be the Somar Ahab denim. I absolutely love Owen. Really, really cool guy, and I'm really happy to be able to call him a friend. He really went off on these. Obviously, you can see the calf leather waistband, which is really, really nice. The leather is super, super soft. Leather back pockets as well. But one really, really interesting thing is these front pockets. So you can see they're cut. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of, since they're all black, it's hard to tell. But these front pockets are cut in a way that kind of like point outward, and it gives it such a cool, it gives it a cool dimension when usually pockets are really, really boring. And so these pockets jut out a little bit, which allows for easier storage of larger phones, wallets, whatever you need. But I absolutely love that detail in the front here. Super high rise, really wide leg, and selvage denim, all things that I absolutely love, and from a person that I consider a friend. So absolutely amazing pair of denim. Out of all the wide leg pairs of jeans that I own, this is by far the best one, and the one I feel like I'm going to get the most wear out of. An outerwear piece. One of my absolute favorite pieces of outerwear that I've used this year is going to be this overcoat. It is super, super long, and for a long time I was really hesitant on wearing an overcoat just because I'm not the tallest man in the world, and usually really long things make me look really, really short. I put it on the mannequin so it's easier for you to see. This was a thrift find, but not necessarily my favorite thrift find. It just so happened to be one of my favorite jackets overall. But nice overcoat definitely is something that I suggest you guys try and find for yourself. This one is actually from London Fog, a really, really common brand to find when you're out thrifting. So London Fog overcoat. It is a size 52, and on me, it is really oversized. The shoulders are absolutely massive. This thing is so cool. And I feel like seeing it really commonly in New York, seeing other people wearing overcoats like this everywhere, made me feel a little bit better about putting it on myself, because out here in Vegas or on the West Coast, overcoats like these are not super, super common, at least not on men. Now comes my favorite thrift finds. There have been a number of them, and I go thrifting pretty frequently. Not as much this year, unfortunately, but either way, I've found some pretty amazing, amazing stuff. So first and foremost, this one's kind of a fun one. This is kind of, it's not really a varsity jacket, but it's definitely a sports jacket. Really cool. I think the silver and blue combination of color is really, really nice. And vintage neff, made in the USA. I did not go here. The reason why I really like this thing is the back is so funny to me. So this is a Las Vegas basic high school wrestling sports jacket or something. And so you see this right here. I have never in my life seen a wolf with a leotard on. I don't know how much wear I'm really gonna get out of it, because I'm predominantly wearing like mostly black or earth-toned items, but honestly, cool find for like less than 10 bucks. Another top thrift find that I really didn't know where to gauge if it was my favorite or not, but this is probably like one of the craziest finds that I've had of this year. This is a Bape Hugo Boss blazer, and this came at a time that I really, really want to mature my style. And so thankfully, I found it at Savers for something like $13 if I remember correctly. The pattern is absolutely wild. It fits me quite well. It's actually like my perfect size, which is kind of crazy, but I definitely don't get a whole lot of wear out of it, but having it as an option in my wardrobe is really, really fun. And yeah, I can't believe I found this at a Savers for how much I did, because I mean, just blazers in general or any sort of formal wear is very expensive, but happy to add this to my collection for like $15 at most. So if you follow me on Instagram, you have definitely seen this pair of pants. One of my absolute favorite designer pieces in my wardrobe. This is a pair of margiela jeans, specifically from the Diffusion line, so MM6, but quite obviously the graphic is what really sold me on these. So they are a wide leg white denim with black printed denim on the front in a different shape. So you see both the white and the black. You can even get the detail from the like fading of the black jean on there as well. It has an incorporated shoestring waistband, so you don't really need a belt. On the back, it shows the back of the graphic. It is just one of my favorite items. The denim is very lightweight, so really, really good for the summer. Whenever I buy white denim, or whenever I've had white denim in the past, I've always been afraid of it getting dirty. But with the graphic, it kind of distracts from any sort of like marks or anything like that. So I honestly think these will age really well. And the fact that they are wide leg denim is just just speaks to me in general too, because I've just been so on wide leg denim as of late. So yeah, Margiela jeans. Wow, that was a weird noise. But I got these on 2nd Street and I paid probably like, I think it was $350 for them. But seriously, one of the most fun, interesting, awesome pair of jeans that I own. Next up, probably the last pair of pants that I want to show on this video, but one of my favorite pants, I think throughout like the summer or like the little bit warmer months, but the Ezra shun pants are absolutely incredible. I don't remember if I've shown them in a video before, but another pair of super wide leg pants. The drawstring is ridiculously long, but it makes for a really, really cool detail, like as a belt. Really comfortable since it like cinches at the top, so it feels like a sweatpant. Is as thin as a good like solid denim pair of pants. And seriously, follow Ezra Kettersmith. Really, really great designer. And the simple fact that he sews this all together himself, kudos to him. Really, definitely a name that you want to follow, because he's been creating some absolutely amazing pieces of clothing. All right, next up is going to be footwear, and I could show you the things that I'm most proud of, like, you know, my Guidis and stuff. I kind of ran into the question of like, what actually is my favorite? The things that I wear the most, or the things that I hold in highest regard. And so for this video in particular, as my favorites, I'm gonna go ahead and define my favorite as what I've worn the most as far as shoes go. And so there is a definite distinction. I don't always wear my Guidis or fancier shoes. Mostly on a day-to-day basis, I wear just a few sets of shoes. In regard to sneakers, I don't oftentimes wear a whole lot of sneakers. This one I've been wearing actually quite a bit, if not like a derby or a boot. So this one is going to be the Peace Minus One Nike G-Dragon collaboration shoe. Kind of looks like a brogue or a derby with like the Nike swoosh on it. Very, very flat sole right over here. Nice little details, and paired with loose fitting pants, I think they look awesome. And I got these at the Nike outlet for like $100. So really cool. I don't know a whole lot about G-Dragon. I'm not really a K-pop fan, and so I can't speak to that aspect of them. I just think they look like a pretty good shoe. All right, so out of all my derbies, out of all my like shoes or dress shoes, which have I worn the most this year? This is probably the category that I've worn most commonly, just because I love derbies. My most worn is going to be this pair right here. This is a Doc Martens industrial square-toed derby. So as you can see, there's that rubber sole, which makes them incredibly comfortable. The shape of the toe is really bulbous, really squared, and that's the direction that I'm really wanting to go in regard to my footwear, is wider, square-toed items. This is so cool. I don't know if they still make these. I found these on eBay, and I've just worn them at least like 2 or 3 times a week. All right, and out of all of the boots that I own, which I've shown plenty on this channel, I own quite a bit of boots, combat boots and any other type of boot. Which one do I wear? It's going to be the Redwing mock toe. Classic shoe. You can see that the tread is like, on the heel is kind of heavy, or the wear and tear on the heel is pretty heavy. Wedge sole, really comfortable. The leather is nice and thick. Really durable shoe. This boot is awesome. Like, there's a reason why that it's existed for as long as it has. The construction worker boot, it just works so well. I wore this in New York, walking 16,000 steps a day. My feet definitely hurt, but the arch support was really nice, and I broke these in nicely in New York. I'd really like to get a Redwing Iron Ranger, just the person that really likes the heritage of brands. I really would like a Redwing Iron Ranger in the future, but as for right now, this pairs really well with wide leg pants. My apologies, camera died, but we're recharged now. This is my favorite t-shirt / long sleeve. This is going to be a knocked loose band tee. If you know me personally, I absolutely love band tees, and I really love rock music. This is a Knocked Loose tee. Knocked Loose is a hardcore band, the modern hardcore band, really cool. Knocked Loose hit right there, graphic on the front. There's also a graphic on the back. Knocked Loose, a tear in the fabric of life, all the band members, and underneath there's like a track list of that EP. Lastly, I think my favorite part about this shirt is going to be this sleeve graphic. Any band tee that has a sleeve graphic has won me over. This is super cool. It's like a red tree, but it kind of looks like veins to me. But either way, Knocked Loose long sleeve tee. I have another one in a different color, but this is the one I wear most often. Next up, my favorite bag that I got this year is going to be this one right here. This is an Oakley, I think it's called a sandbag, but it is a crossbody bag. Really cool closure right over here. This clasp, you can just pull this tab and it opens up. Reattach it there. The bulk of the bag is right over here. And let me adjust it so you can see it a little bit better. Right there. So, yeah, modular front pockets over here. You can take these out, and remarkably spacious bag. Really cool. I think it's from the mid 2000s. I was able to get it for, I think $100 or something like that off of eBay, but really nice bag. I love crossbodies as opposed to like backpacks and stuff, but the good thing about this is you can actually take off the crossbody strap and use it just as a suitcase if you really want to. So because of the modularity and because of the versatility and ways you can wear this one, this is by far my favorite bag of 2023. But yeah, like I said, these aren't necessarily the things that I'm like the most proud of to have, my favorite, like I hold in highest regard. These are just things that I literally wear day to day, like on a run to the grocery store or something. That basically wraps up the list of items that are kind of like my favorite items from 2023. Let me know what you guys think of them. But in regard to where I want to go with my style, I carry myself pretty seriously for the most part in regards to how I dress, but I want to just kind of like be a little bit more lighthearted and also mature up my style, which is why I've been getting blazers, overcoats, been trying to look a little bit more like a true adult. I remember talking about this when I was speaking to Drew Joyner when he came and visited Las Vegas, but my style has definitely come a long way from where it started. I used to love like hype things. I used to be a big sneakerhead, and now I really don't know how to describe how I dress now. So honestly, I would like you guys to chip in here. How would you guys describe my style? Because I need a way to define it. Not that that's necessary, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate all of you watching. Happy New Year. I hope you guys are safe. I hope 2024 is a productive year for all of you, or productive, prosperous, whatever you want to say. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.